Dalvin Cook to the Jets. This was just confirmed while we were on the podcast. He's going to New York. He's going to be paired with Brees Hall, Michael Carter, and the running backs in New York. Your thoughts on him signing with the Jets?
Yeah, I like it with the Jets. I think the Jets need veteran players in that locker room. I think Brees Hall is still young. Michael Carter has been around a little bit, but still a little bit of a young player. And then you get rid of Elijah Moore, kind of one of the older receivers on the team. And then you have Garrett Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers kind of just needs another reinforcer on that offense, someone who's familiar with because he played against them twice a year in Minnesota. Think this is definitely a career player where they both wanted to play with each other. So I think this just gives some more momentum to the Jets. Brees Hall had some injury issues last year. So I think Dalvin Cook is definitely a great two and a reliable one in case Brees Hall gets hurt.
Yeah, my thoughts on him is that they don't necessarily need him, but if they have the cap space and they can afford him, I mean, they're going to pay him a little, less than guaranteed $8 million. And I do think that I think he's essentially in so that Brees Hall can go up to 100%. I don't think he's fully healed yet. And then when he does come back, complementing Brees Hall's game, I think Brees Hall will get a bulk of the carries. But Dalvin Cook, it seemed like last year he was starting to fall off a little bit, maybe not the same efficiency as usual. So they're going to get what's left of Dalvin Cook, and I think that he's still a good receiving back,
Yeah.
while Brees Hall is kind of unproven. And Michael Carter is like a good running back, but he's not like a great running back. I think him as like a three, kind of like what Tyler Algier will be for the Falcons. That's going to be a good running game.
Yeah, and I think Dalvin Cook being, like, falling off, like, I always thought he was better than Zeke, and he had a better year last year than Zeke, where Zeke, we went over it, had 876 yards. He had more touchdowns, but Dalvin Cook had a higher average rush yards per game. Zeke had 3.7. Dalvin Cook has 4.4, 264 attempts, which is roughly the same as Zeke. I think it's about 30 more, but he has 1,173 rushing yards last year. That's a
Mhm.
great year, and
Yeah.
8 touchdowns, and then before that, he had more rushes last year than he did in 2021, and then 2020, um, he had the year where he had 1,500 yards, but he kinda did what he usually does. 2019, 1,100, 1,100, 1,500 anomaly, but, like, he's pretty reliable, and then 2018, his 2nd year in the league, 615 rushing yards, so I think he still has some juice.
I think he could go for, I'd say about 800. I think 800 yards is what I'd expect. Touchdowns, probably like seven. And then receptions, he could probably still get about 40. I mean, he's good for like 50 or 60 usually. So, I mean, I think he'll still be very effective for him. Him, along with Brees Hall, when he's up to full strength, it's going to be a really nice running tab.
Yeah, it kinda reminds me of the Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb back, not that they're gonna be as good of a duo, or when Matt Forte himself wandered over to the Jets from the Bears.
Hmm.
What is with the Jets being the retirement home for the NFC North? I just realized that. Dalvin Cook, Matt Forte, um, some other
Brandon
players in
Marshall,
there.
too.
Brandon Marshall, yeah, Brandon Marshall played for the Bears.
Hmm.
And then Ryan Fitzpatrick probably played on one of those teams.
Hmm.
Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. It's like the NFC North just comes to the Jets, and the Jets are like, "Yeah, we'll come. We'll take you."